Hey ladies, this is Mocha Mommy here, bringing you another video, and we are still away, in fact. So I'm hoping that the Wi-Fi can hold up, but just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. We're on vacation, and it's just the three of us. My oldest daughter is away on her art intensive, so good for her. I'm proud of her for that. And my youngest daughter, we're here with some friends that we have gained through, her sports, her softball. And with them being kind of 15, 16, they've been kind of like moving around as a group, like as a group of girls, like, kind of around the resort together, not really needing us to drive them places or accompany them to other areas. Maybe one parent may drop them off somewhere if they want to go somewhere outside of the like resort area, but for the most part they've been I haven't seen her much. So yeah, I'm feeling a little bit we're feeling a little bit like empty nesters, and I'm a little bit emotional because we had our closing ceremonies for the kids softball league, the summer league, right? It's over now, and we kind of get our lives back, and usually this is kind of a happy time, but this year, two of the girls that we have sponsored have now moved on. They graduated high school and they are moving on to the NCAA level, and because they have to get ready for conditioning camp for their respective schools, they have left. And these are young women who I'm really proud of. I've seen them put the work in. I've seen them make the sacrifices. I was very well aware of it, I remember when they signed the letters of intent, and I remember being really proud of them, and I remember being really happy for them. And when you sponsor a kid through youth sports, this is what you want to happen. You want them to have a lot of options and opportunities to cultivate their futures. And they've chosen well. They've chosen schools that have offered good financial aid and scholarship packages, that have the majors that they're thinking of, that are very respectful of the fact that they both come from single parent homes. They have younger brothers and sisters. So it was more financially feasible. It's just, didn't anticipate that they would be this far away. Like, it's just coming to light that it's far away. And even though, for the past few years, they haven't needed us to specifically sponsor them because their work ethic and their talent has gotten their own sponsorships, but we've still been very involved, and please don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean that I'm not proud of them, because they definitely deserve this opportunity. But I got really emotional when we were filling out like the roster for next year, and I saw that their names were not on it. These are little girls who I've known. They grew up with my oldest daughter. Like, I've known them since they were 8 and 9 years old. And even though I know that these are young women, I still see those little girls who were sitting on my couch drinking Capri Sun, watching the Disney Channel. I still see that, And I know that they're adults now. I know that they're adults. I know that they're young women who have made a very wise and informed decision about their future. And I am so proud of them. But I'm a little sad for me right now. And also, it brings to light that this is going to happen more sooner than later with my own children. So yeah, I'm really feeling the weight of empty nest syndrome right now. Not because I'm not happy for them, please, because this is what you want for your kids. This is what you want for the kids you sponsor. But it just kind of like really hit me because, like, Kendra was the last one to leave, and she did stop by the fields to say goodbye because she would not be at the end of the season, end of the summer league tournaments, because she would have to be off to training camp, conditioning camp for her school. And I remember my husband was like talking to her, and he was like, wow, you picked a school that was pretty far away. But we know why she chose what she chose. You know, she's the oldest of three. And it was a really competitive offer, you know, for her. And, you know, so my husband's like, oh, well, before you go, I just want to say, you know, your batting stance, it needs to really, you need to make sure that your elbows are up, you know, el codo arriba, like, you know, elbows up. You know, he says it in Spanish. This girl's not Hispanic. This girl is definitely Black American. This girl's Black. But for somehow when he coaches, it's always the Spanglish thing that he does. And so she's like, yeah, okay. So he's helping her with her batting stance. And then he gives her like $100 and it's like, yeah, I'm really happy for you. Good luck. Good luck out there. You're going to do good out there. And then she kind of gets in the car and she's about to drive away. And then I said, did the last conversation you're going to have with this girl about her elbows, for real? Sir, you know, oh my God. So of course I go like flag her mom's car down. I flag her down and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. And I am going to miss you so much. You know, please just keep in contact. Let me know how you're doing. And she has, you know, been uploading to her social media, you know, showing, you know, like her new team and her and her new uniform and all this stuff like that. And, you know, like the pictures that moms load up when their kids go off to college. You know, I've seen those pictures and yeah. And it's like really real now, you know, that these little girls, and I can't even say little girls anymore, that these young women who I remember packing goldfish crackers for their first away game are now away and off at school and doing what it is you hoped that they would do. Everything you wished for them is now coming to fruition, but it still makes me a little sad. And because I do miss them both. And it is also a realization that I'm going to have to do the same thing soon with my oldest daughter. Like, we already know she's not going to go off to college, but still, it's like the realization that, you know, our role as parents is evolving into something different. And our kids are a little bit less dependent on us. But that's what you wanted them to do. You wanted to raise them to be independent, informed young adults. That's what you wanted. But at the same time, it doesn't make it easier for me emotionally at this point. And I'm just going to be honest with that. So, and as with some of my subscribers, right? A lot like being a parent. Some of you are the same ages as my children. And those of you who I see in the comment section, also in the private Discord groups that I'm a part of for other content creators, and seeing you guys accomplish things makes me so happy, and it makes me so proud, and it makes me realize how much I've learned from you young ladies. Thank you for us. And you know what's really funny? Kind of going over YouTube, kind of catching up. There's a lot of pushback from like Cynthia G. Oh, Cynthia G said this and Cynthia G said that. And not like I have anything against her as a content creator. For, you know, for the sake of stay on code, I'm not going to have anything against her as a content creator because I know she does it full time and she kind of has to stay with her audience. The only thing that I've kind of noticed, again, guys, forgive me for this. Okay, forgive me but this is my opinion. I feel like if I watch her today, And if I take a break for 3 months and I come back, she's going to be talking about the same thing. Now, I get it because she has to cater to her audience. That's her audience, and that's fine. And I respect whatever it is she's talking about. But at the same time, I think I'm just kind of ready for like the next level of the conversation. And I think some of you guys may be too. So as I start bringing some additional content about growth and moving forward, I think that there are some of you ladies who are with me in that. No offense to the sisters who do what they do and are consistent in doing what it is they do, because I love that. And I think there's a need for that. But I also think that there might be a need for maybe some intermediate level conversations. So I'll be leaving my contact information in the description box if you're kind of ready for those intermediate level conversations. Whether it comes to things like definitely want to do that survivors panel. I definitely want to make sure that I'm addressing first-time home buyers. Also, more things with veterans and women, Black women veterans specifically, and STEM. Also higher education, because just like these two young ladies and now my oldest daughter, who I'm seeing are starting to make those education and career decisions for their own personal growth, and they're going through informed and with help and guidance, I want to make sure that I'm providing that same level of care for you ladies, and that some of you cool aunties in the comment section can contribute and can write into it. You know, thank goodness Locked Honey Princess is back. Appreciate her and her content for sure. Appreciate Uppity Unicorns content a lot, as far as and some of you newer content creators. And definitely it's interesting too how I'm seeing even some men who are making some good content out here. You know, the Deadbeat Dad, the Honest Truth, Walt G. Love, FD Signifier. There's some good male content creators. And speaking of good male content creators, shout out to Jedi Mike 7, man. He's been bringing some very good content too. I realized that his coverage of like leadership and relating it to pop culture. Yeah, I love that. I love that. So yeah, shout out to him, who's making really good content out there too. I honestly think, like, if you really want to land a quote unquote high value man, I think he's probably got a lot more game than, you know, a lot of the people who call themselves that. You know, he was reading John Maxwell on one of his favorite uploads. And John Maxwell, if that author, is definitely like a lot of your MBAs, a lot of your Masters of Business Administration, a lot of your military officers, a lot of your company CEOs, a lot of your project management specialists that Intriguing Owl was talking about on the last STEM Live. A lot of them, John C. Maxwell's required reading. So, yeah, and so Jedi Mike 7's been giving you guys the game, you know, without maybe intentionally saying that he's giving you the game. So check out his channel. I'll be back soon, you know, making content and getting in touch with you guys. And also thank you to some of the mail traffic I've been getting. You know, shout out to Happiness Without Guilt and Jamie of AMBW. Thank you guys for driving some mail traffic to my site. You know, I appreciate that. Looking at my new analytics. So thank you guys for that. And thank you for just supporting this channel overall, because I really do appreciate what it is you guys are doing. So thank you so much. And I'll be back soon. This is Mocha Mommy, and I'll see you in the next one.